Okay, this is the third episode of Terranigma review by myself, Servian. Continuing off where we left off at, we just beat the second tower. And we're back in town. And it's still gloomy, it's still dark, and everybody's still blue. I'm not going to make a blue man group joke because that would not be classy. But I'm not classy either way, so moving on. Like I said, we just beat Tower 2, so now we're gonna go and head over to Tower 3. The real question is if I can remember which one's which. Now, luckily, through process of elimination, I know the one to the right of me is Tower 4, so I think it's pretty safe to say this is going to be Tower 3. And look at that. Tower 3. Amazing. I wasn't sure when I was coming up on it if it was going to be the right tower or not. You don't see much of door, gate, face, mask guy. Ah, yes, this reference. I'm not sure which came first. These arrows from this game, Super Mario 64, or some other completely different game. As you can see, the Hooballs have been upgraded from green to... purple, my bad. Purple to... I'm thinking green because they look kind of like mini... Just basically Zaku heads. Something about Japanese and Cyclopean dudes. And I can take a little burn to... Now, that is a stairway. Actually, I do need to go to the stairway. There's a freaking rock down here. Almost missed that. That would have been sad. And the enemies respawn. Yep. Trailing projectile damage. Yeah. So if you can fall down this hole, in certain areas you'll reset if you fall. In other areas you'll fall to a lower area to where you'll have to work your way back up. And in very rare circumstances you actually wind up having to fall intentionally. As you can see there, that one let me not fall to the realm below. It's certain areas in this room that you'll fall below. I think like on these platforms, for example, it'll happen. I got a funny feeling there's something over here. And of course I am completely incorrect. Just showing you the fall action and resetting it. I lost track of my direction there. Anyway, I'm gonna skip ahead of these enemies. Well, except for him. You must die. Oh, look at that. There's a chest over there. I wonder how I get it. Now, there are a few secrets in this game, nowhere near as much as the earlier games, but, you know, occasional little side areas where you'll get stuff. And that one's just like a minor addition. They don't seem like much now because you're auto-healing from the Cry Spear, but potions do become handy later. I am so glad I did reset there. Just showing that I need to probably slow down a little bit here. Take my time while I'm killing these bastards. So we did South America, so I guess this is gonna be Africa that we're reviving right now. Maybe. It's either Africa or Australia. Alright, this one's a pretty simple puzzle. We can leave alone. I messed that one up. And this part's pretty easy because of the diagonal registration on the D-pad. And then that's the way you can head back if you need to head back for some reason. Now, I believe you can jump over those spears, but I'm not gonna try. This guy. I'll explain a little bit more after I kill him. I want to focus on beating him right now. Alright, so the projectile he shoots is actually kind of tricky. It'll actually put you to sleep, and then he does this kind of vacuum ability where it'll pull you towards the wall where he was, and then if you actually get captured by him that way, you get sent back to the beginning of the dungeon, which right now isn't that bad, but some of the later towers, I think, actually not Tower 5, but Tower 4, there's one spot where if you get captured near the top, it sucks because you have to go all the way back up. I think I know the boss for this tower. Anyway, yeah, we got a lot of jumping around, and there's more of this nonsense, and nope, you're not doing it to me, not today. Not the best name. I'm hoping the Japanese name was something different, because Gardner is kind of sad. I think the wizard guys are called cadets, which makes sense. They were cool before Harry Potter was cool. No comment on that. You're probably wondering why I'm wandering around aimlessly here. And the answer is, I have no idea. But I guess a bad excuse I could come up with is that I'm looking for Magiroks, which isn't far from the truth. I always look for chests and rocks and things like that. I always keep thinking there's a doorway there. Ooh, this isn't fun. Okay, come on, die. I hate that stair move that they have. What? Oh, he just vanished. Okay, it was just like a skip in the animation or something. Alright. A little bit closer. There we go. Honestly, very situational usage on that ability, but when you do get an opportunity to use it, it is very satisfying. A few times I'm actually advocate having the ability to button mash. I have not repelled it once. Alright. Yep, there it is. I think we got something going on up over here. You know what? I could be completely wrong. I'll go ahead and double check that side corner there just to be safe. I may have already covered it. Nope. Good things come to those who poke around. Ah, yes. Now this is the item I was referring to earlier. I wasn't sure if you picked it up in the dungeon or if you could pick it up in a chest in the tower. Turns out it was the other one. Took me a while to figure out what it does. Actually, it's over here. It's actually really useful for this first area, but after that it kind of loses its use, but see, blocks the gardener's sleep spell, which is really cool, because then it'll just hurt you and do damage instead of sending you back to the beginning of the dungeon. And most people, it's a useless item because they know how to block his attacks. But, you know, I'm not other people. Oh god, I forgot about that. I think I can still get them to appear. Nope. So, I meant to show you guys that fail, but I screwed it up. So I failed at failing. That's pretty hardcore. Normally when you open up the door kind of parts and a bunch of red hooballs come through, but I kind of cheesed it and went through the door before they could hurt me and keep me from going through the door. Now for this one, I'm just, like I said, I'm just still checking for Magirox or any loot I can find. Yeah, so, oh, I remember the boss for this one. Not fun. And it's the classic clone battle. Which one is the real one? How do you tell which one's real? I have no idea. Oh, man. It's just a lot harder because you can float like that. I got him. First time I fought him, I got him on each try. I'm gonna try the north one this time. Nope. Huh. Let's see, if I do... let's try it. Ah, why? Can't tell which one it is. Got him. Like I said, there's a trick to it. I just haven't bothered to look it up. That's gonna be Africa, so yeah, I was right. Kinda right. I was right after being wrong multiple times. That's kinda cheating. Alright, we are fresh out of the woodwork here. I'll go ahead and move on to Tower 4. That one's gonna be a bit longer here. Alright, so this... Oh, right. I forgot about this. I'm glad I did this. Or not. That's gonna happen on the next tower. And of course, I already screwed it up. Ooh, that would have been nasty. Ooh. I'm just getting my butt kicked right now. Let's clear out the cannon fodder first. Now, if I remember right, you're supposed to fall down this one. Oh, I think I screwed it up already. I'm just getting better and better at this, aren't I? Yeah, it's one of those intentional fall dungeons. And yes, you can walk across the tightropes. That's one of the amazing things they cover in the guide. They're like, if you want to cross a rope, you know, walk across and don't hit too far to the left or too far to the right. Otherwise, you'll fall. Pretty self-explanatory. I don't need a manual telling me how to fix that. Anyway, I know we gotta go along the right-hand side here. Also, man, I just taken all the hits today. Before I go too far, so yeah, it looks like the southern one will cover it. I thought I had a northern path here. Actually, it doesn't look like it. I could be wrong there though, but anyway. Got a couple of things we gotta do before we head back up there. Yeah, it looks like there's something going on to the left here. Yeah, there's stuff going on to the right. I guess nothing to the left there. Alright, so now we're on the upstairs part. Just clearing out the loot. Yeah, if you keep attacking him, he kind of has a brief frame there where he it becomes vulnerable. Okay, so we covered all that. Now I need to head back up further. We just gotta keep in mind we have that area to the right there that I'm gonna need to go up. real close, you can see at the top there, there's something going on. Life potion. Okay. Explain these. I will let the game explain it. Now when it says increases life, it means it actually raises the maximum amount of points you have to your life. So yeah, we pretty much covered this area. Oh, right. We have to fall down. I forgot about that. My mistake. We have to fall from way up here. A bit slow to the gun on my little attack there. Go ahead. I think we'll fall right about here. Alright, yeah, and it pretty much drops you in the same spot regardless. And then from up here, I pretty much fell almost right away, so I'm gonna do a little bit of exploring. There's probably more of those spirits if I can. Actually, no, I've been killing guys left and right, so there might be one or two, but... Now, I'm gonna be honest, I think they may have mixed up the level design a bit. Like, this feels very... this architecture and feel... I don't know, they kind of mix together. You get different feels from, like, this does not feel like I would find this in Australia. And the one for, like, if I took this one and give this to Africa and then flipped it for the previous one, I guess it would kind of make sense, but I don't know, maybe I'm a little bit off base there. Anyway, we fall down. I don't think it matters where you fall, you're just gonna fall down. And if I remember right, it was this one? Yes. So that was the right answer. Alright, now we can work our way up top here. I'm not sure why they have that drop there. Now we're over here. Very important. Oh, what does he do with the crystal thread? Well, we'll cover that in a second here. It's a brilliantly shiny thread. Shiny item. I like shiny stuff. Not as much as most people, but shiny things can be interesting. Now for this one, if I'm not mistaken, I want to take the bottom path. And you can see up top why I didn't want to go that way. That is like the only time you'll ever see that type of energy thing. Alright, now we're about to wrap up Tower 4 here. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I got the door. Let's go through the door. This little bastard. Oh boy. Yeah, so I can never remember the original enemy or game that this came from, but basically you hit the tail and it hurts it, and then you gotta kill the tail. That was ripped from another game or enemy, and I know there's been variations in other games, including Zelda, but I'm not sure where the original came from, so I don't know what to call this type of enemy. And there we go. And it takes a minute here. I'm not sure how they put in the listener for when it was over. Now, most of you are thinking, oh, well, you had the one up top you didn't kill, but honestly, it doesn't matter. See? You don't have to kill them all. I've gone times where I haven't killed a single one. And then we go up here. Really? Wow, no, did I say? I said Australia. Man, I suck at this. Never mind, North America then. So Australia's last. Yeah, that architecture really didn't feel like Australia or North America, for that matter. Now, we are pretty close to wrapping up this area, but there's a couple of things I want to show you after we beat the last tower, so I'm going to go ahead and call it a wrap here for video number 3. So, we'll go ahead and head back to the village to save. As you can see, a lot of the people have been brought back, but not 100% there yet. And that's it. I'll see you on the next video, guys.